welcome to Codetober. I think day 16. We are at the half, or maybe more than half, a little bit more than half. Anyway, I wanted to share this post by Shyam, which is, I thought it was super interesting. It not so much about the use case, which is also super interesting, but I wanted to focus on the timer thing that he's using here to compare two different things. So Shyam is saying, like, do you know you can achieve the same functionality of count by using filter and size of? So let me go to VS Code. Basically, the first one, let me remove this. The first thing he's trying to show you is, like, for example, if you do size of arrays and then filter by is even. So basically we have an array from 1 to 100,000, and what we want to do first is that we want to just get what numbers from here are even, and then count how many of them are even. So the results are the same, right? It's 50,000 because it's half of them. But then the thing that he is doing that caught my attention is using the duration. Hold on, duration from timer. That way I don't have to reference the whole thing. Okay, like this. So inside this duration function, we are creating a lambda, or like Shyam created a lambda, where we are doing this operation. Oh my God, stop doing that. Where we are doing this operation, which is counting the size of the arrays, which are filtered by is even. So instead of doing that, you can also do this other thing, which is just doing arrays count by is even. So right from the start, you can kind of see that this is just one function instead of two different functions. And when you're using this filter function, you are going through the whole array, filtering whichever numbers are even, and just taking out the ones that are not. And after you do that, you are counting the size of the array. Whereas when you go here, just using one function, you are counting and you are filtering at the same time. So you are counting all of the numbers that are even. So right from the start, you can see how this operation will take less time, but you don't have an actual proof on it, right? Unless you use this duration function that Shyam is showing right here. So when you do duration, you can get how much time it's taking to complete the operation and what is the result. So the time here, for example, with filter and count, it's 376. I think these are milliseconds. I will check in a moment. And then if you're just using the count by, this is taking 584 to do. So this is taking 200 more, whatever that is. I think it's milliseconds. So let's check duration timer DataWeave. Here we go. Open. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Okay. And then I am also gonna change here to the latest version, because I just feel better putting latest there, because I never know, like, if some version changed and I might not be on the latest version, so I just change it. Anyway, we are here in the DW util timer and then duration. So here's what it explains. Value to measure, this is a lambda, and it just returns the duration measurement. And here's an example. For example, you have this function and you are waiting, I think, 100 milliseconds. So at the end, the time will be 101 milliseconds, right? It doesn't say if there are milliseconds. Yeah. executes the input function, returns an object with execution time in milliseconds and result of that function. So you can basically do whatever you need here, and you can time how much time it takes, which is awesome. I have already a lot of other things. Oh, I didn't turn on my lights. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, there you go. So I can already think of so many use cases where I'm gonna be using this duration function for other things, because I'm also not sure when it's better to use one approach over the other one. So this was beautiful. I had never thought about using that to count two different results. So thank you so much, Shyam, for creating that post. If you want to go and follow Shyam, you can just search for Shyam Raj Prasad, and you will be able to get to his profile. Or also, I think it's here. I'm gonna put the link of his post in the description, so you can take a look at the whole thing that he's explaining, and you can also follow him if you want. All right, so that was all. Again, remember to go to dataweave.mulesoft.com so you can get to the landing page of DataWeave, because it's becoming open source. So this is awesome, and make sure you go through the whole thing. There are news and stuff to keep updated on whatever is happening on the DataWeave world. And also you can join the Slack workspace, which is cool. It's open now. So that's it. Thank you so much. I will add the links to the description, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.